110.
Vent valves locked.
One minute. Rock, report range status.
Range is green.
Stable at step 3.
Forty seconds. $28. 25. Status check.
Go Atlas. Go Centaur.
Go LDCM.
T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Have ignition and liftoff of the Atlas V rocket on the Landsat Data Continuity mission, continuing the 40-year legacy of preserving Earth's natural resources from space.
Closed loop control. Mixture ratio is being controlled as expected. Engine continues to operate normally, seeing minor changes in the change in mixture ratio as expected. Vehicle rates look good. Engine is burning normally. And LDCM is now supersonic, coming up on max Q. And we've now passed through the region of max dynamic pressure. And the engine is throttled down to 95% thrust as expected. Everything is looking good. And the vehicle is now 13 miles in altitude, 6 miles downrange, traveling at 1,700 miles per hour. It's still operating normally at 95% thrust, everything looking good. And we vented the center fuel tank to condition the propellants for center phase. Booster continues to operate normally. Good steady state thrust. Next event we're looking for is firing the pyro valve to activate the center reaction control system. And we fired that valve. Loop pressure coming up, everything looking good. And engine's operating normally. Vehicle's accelerating smoothly. 3.3 Gs. Everything looking good. Seeing very small disturbances in the flight control system. Seeing a very smooth ride. Continuing at 95% thrust. Very little control activity on Atlas PU. And the vehicle is now 25% of liftoff weight. And we've now started our constant 5G acceleration phase. And we fired the pogo bleed valve. And you start a boost phase chill. Everything's reacting. We're now at 4.6 G limiting. EU's open loop. Coming up on booster engine cutoff. We have BECO, we have staging, ignition. Full thrust. Everything is looking good. Good steady state operating levels on center, coming up on fairing sep. And we have fairing separation. 2 good brake wires. And we've re-enabled guidance. The vehicle is now steering. Look at start transient, very good start transient. And we've gone to our Z profile valve angle on Centaur PU. We're down to the lock stop. Everything is looking good. We've seen the reaction control systems firing to purge the GN2 out, as well as thermal conditioning firings for the loop. And I've seen very good steady state operating levels for the Centaur main engine. Vehicle is flying very smooth. We're now 137 miles in altitude, 428 miles downrange, traveling at 10,400 miles per hour. Everything is looking good. I've gone to closed loop control and Centaur PU, continuing to make a LOX correction as expected. Barrel 10 continues to operate normally. Coming up on our telemetry format change. Continuing to see very good telemetry data. And Centaur PU is now beginning to control. Valve has come off to the lock stop. And we've had the telemetry format change. Very small dropout. Centaur continues to operate normally. We're continuing to see the pre-planned firings of the reaction control system to condition the loop and thrusters, as well as very little roll control being required. Everything looks good. And we have made the roll to TDRS. And we have a preliminary look at booster stage performance. We are plus 71 pounds of PE, but represents a 0.71 sigma case. Very good performance from the booster. RL10 continues to operate normally. PU is now controlling near nominal mixture ratio. Engine operating parameters look good. PU is continuing to control as expected. See the engine responding to the changes in mixture ratio. And our reaction control system temperatures have reached a steady state with bottle temperature. Vehicles continue to accelerate very smoothly. Very little dynamic response from the flight control system. PU is nominal. We're now 197 miles in altitude, 970 miles downrange, traveling at 11,800 miles per hour. quick look at our trajectory performance. We are flying right down our predicted trajectory. Everything's looking good. And we have safety FTS system. And vehicle's now maneuvering for RAN steering as expected. Getting appropriate response and body rates. Since our main engine is operating normally. And we are in the process of executing a little over 11-minute first burn before everything is normal on the mission. Use controlling right at our nominal MR. And vehicle rates have stabilized out, continuing to accelerate smoothly. 200 miles in altitude, 1,283 miles downrange, traveling at 12,800 miles per hour. And everything continues to operate normally. We are now 194 miles in altitude, 1,480 miles downrange, traveling at 13,500 miles per hour. Continue to see good Centaur operating parameters. And PU is controlling nicely. Doing our periodic firings in the reaction control system as expected. Turbine inlet temp, right where we expect it to be. And everything is nominal. Now 12 minutes into the mission, everything looking good. 185 miles in altitude. 1,680 miles downrange, traveling at 14,200 miles per hour. Engines operating normally. Everything looking good. And PU control has been very stable near nominal mixture ratio. Very good engine operating parameters. Hydrogen system performance has been excellent thus far. We continue to receive very good telemetry data. We're now 2 minutes from a nominal MECO. Engine continues to operate normally. Quick look at other vehicle parameters, tank, propellant tank, and
110.
Vent valves locked.
1 minute. Rock report range status.
Range is green.
Stable at step 3.
Forty seconds. $28. 25. Status check.
Go Alice. Go Centaur.
Go LDCM.
T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Forward to a closed loop control on LSPU. And we're in closed loop control. Mixture ratio is being controlled as expected. Engine continues to operate normally. Seeing minor changes in the change in mixture ratio as expected. Vehicle rates look good. Engine is burning normally. And LDCM is now supersonic, coming up on max Q. And we've now passed through the region of max dynamic pressure.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Have ignition and liftoff of the Atlas V rocket on the Landsat data continuity mission, continuing the 40-year legacy of observing Earth's natural resources from space.